Today's business leaders, investors, influencers, and consumers are more agile than ever. They are not sitting idly by. Fortunately, Business Wire is ready to meet the information needs of the changing landscape. We are committed to embracing new technologies. We have a wealth of talent with innovative new ideas. We're leveraging a pioneering 60-year legacy of immediacy, consistency, relevancy, reach, and reliability to drive progress and ready the world with the information it needs to take action. Business is good, but business is changing. The media landscape is changing. The competition is real. But make no mistake, no one shapes and shares complex media messages like Business Wire. We are wired to outperform and out-inform, to be more consultative, tell more credible stories, and keep our clientele up to date, at the ready, around the world. We are wired to shape the next generation of the information age. It's simply part of our DNA. Business Wire, wired for what's next.
Welcome to our celebration of the PRSA College of Fellows Class of 2020. My name is Barbara Kerr, and it is my honor to serve as chair of the College of Fellows in this extraordinary year. Applying for induction into the College of Fellows is a rigorous process at any time. This year's applicants persevered in the midst of a worldwide pandemic. They exemplify what it truly means to aspire higher to the college. The induction of these 15 superb professionals celebrates their exemplary work, their service and dedication to PRSA and our profession, and their impact in communities across the country. If you ask any past chair of the College of Fellows to share their favorite moments in that special role, I suspect they would tell you how much it meant to them to call and congratulate the college's newest fellows and to present the college's gold medallions for excellence. While we're not able to be together in person this year, I am looking forward to presenting these treasured medallions to the class of 2020 when we come together again in fellowship at our next induction ceremony. This year, we are proud to welcome fellows, families, friends, and colleagues across the country. Let the celebration begin.
Good evening. Tonight's induction celebration culminates a 10-month journey for the newest members of the PRSA College of Fellows. These outstanding individuals went through a detailed application process, a review of their career and contributions to our profession. It is, very simply, a journey into the past to chart a direction for their futures. It is an honor to serve as the chair of the 2020 Selection Committee. Our journey to this evening is nearly as difficult as those of the applicants. We spend hours reading applications, interviewing references, reviewing and scoring applications, and preparing for Selection Day. This year, with our first ever Zoom meeting, we sat face-to-face to converse, debate, deliberate, and vote on a slate of candidates to be approved by the PRSA National Board. What a thrilling moment it is to complete the vote on the final application and have a minute to reflect on the incoming class. To the committee, many, many thanks for a job well done. To the class of 2020, you made it. We celebrate with you tonight. Not the culmination of your career, but the next fantastic voyage you are beginning. Congratulations and welcome to the College of Fellows.
Good evening. My name is Lori Marble. It has been my privilege this year to serve as the College of Fellows Vice Chair, as well as the Induction Committee Co-Chair.
Hi, and I'm Olga Mayoral Wilson, College of Fellows Secretary Treasurer and Induction Ceremony Co-Chair. Welcome.
We all know that this year has been full of surprises, but welcoming each of tonight's 15 inductees has certainly been one of the highlights. On behalf of the Induction Celebration Committee and along with the entire College of Fellows, welcome to the 2020 class of inductees.
And tonight, enjoy the video celebration. It's yours.
My name is Nat Reed, a veteran of 60 years in corporate and agency public relations and one of the earliest professionals to attach PRSA Fellow to my name. Most of my career was in Pasadena, California, a city of 140,000 people with an importance to the world far out of proportion to its size. It's the home of Caltech and its 38 Nobel laureates, and the home of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, the portal of the planet Earth to Mars and other worlds beyond. It's the home of the Rose Bowl and the Rose Parade. More than 100 professionals claim public relations responsibility in this mecca of culture and distinction, and the go-to public relations agency here for decades was that of Judy Asbury. By admitting her to your ranks, you have truly added luster to the crown of the College of Fellows.
Thank you, Nat, and thank you, PRSA and College of Fellows, for this great honor. The Fellows application, as you know, requires a careful reflection of one's career. That reflection left me filled with gratitude for the people that gave me the honor and trusted me to tell their story. I've worked with presidents and CEOs to capture their vision so that others could embody it and make it happen. I've worked with scientists and Nobel laureates to tell the story of their breakthrough discoveries and why it mattered to us. I've worked with indigenous people in some of the most remote villages in Indonesia to capture their traditions and culture for the world to understand. I've worked with immigrants to this country who, desperately wanting to make a better life for their children, also wanting to be seen as good citizens. I've worked with advocates making a case for changes to our society. I'm filled with gratitude for this profession that has given me the opportunity to see human beings at their most innovative, most resilient, and most revealing moments. All the people I've worked with have inspired me with their contributions to their communities, to their employees, and to the world. The power of words and images through storytelling connects us all on this fragile planet Earth. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mickey G. Null, APR, fellow PRSA, and it's my pleasure to welcome to the college Kathy Nelson Barber, APR. I've known Kathy for more than 10 years, first meeting her when I joined the National Board in 2010. She was already there representing the Sunshine District. Kathy's from North Florida, Jacksonville, and has an enormously successful portfolio of work with some of the nation's leading healthcare providers, including Blue Cross Blue Shield, the Mayo Clinic, Baptist South down in Miami, and now with Brooks Rehabilitation Hospital System based out of Jacksonville. It's Florida's largest healthcare rehab hospital. Kathy is a working mother. She does it all beautifully well, even during this pandemic. She's a dear, dear friend. She's won many awards. She works so hard, and she works really hard for PRSA. She served as our secretary, our treasurer, and eventually our national chair, and just did an outstanding job. It is my pleasure to welcome my dear friend, Kathy Nelson Barber, APR, into the PRSA College of Fellows. Congratulations, Kathy. Good work.
Hi everyone, I'm Kathy Barber and the Vice President of Marketing and Communications at Brooks Rehabilitation in Florida. It's an honor to be inducted into PRSA's prestigious College of Fellows. PRSA is an exceptional organization, and I'm proud to have served the membership for the majority of my career, including as National Chair in 2015. Many years ago, a colleague invited me to attend a local chapter meeting, and from that point on, I wanted to stay involved and make an impact on our profession. Being a part of the college is a pinnacle, as is an esteemed group signifying excellence and experience. It's this group whose genius drives our profession forward. The college gives back with mentoring, thought leadership, and more. The impact of this group to our profession and others is unparalleled, and I'm honored to be inducted. It is imperative that we celebrate and express gratitude during these challenging times. I'd like to recognize some others for their acts of support and friendships. Thanks to the College Selection Committee and the executive team for your service. I'd like to thank my good fellow, Anita Brightman, APR, fellow PRSA, and my mentor, dear friend, and escort, Mickey G. Nall, APR, fellow PRSA. I'd also like to recognize the Gator Nation and, of course, my countless PRSA friends who've been my champions along this journey. I'd like to also thank my family, who's always been my rock in supporting my professional passions. They continue to encourage me not to settle for mediocre. For example, it was my mother who spent hours reviewing flashcards with me long ago, helping me to prepare for my APR exam. It's that demonstration and love of support that I hope to convey to my own two boys. I want them to feel proud to have a mother who believes in a servant's heart and professional excellence. My life has been forever changed because of PRSA and the deep friendships and connections with those colleagues in the College of Fellows. I'm truly humbled and honored for this opportunity. Thank you.
Kathy, all of us at Brooks Rehabilitation are so proud of your accomplishment, and we just want to say,
congratulations!
Here's to the fellows who lunch.
Woo, Kathy! Congratulations!
Woohoo, girlfriend! Way to go!
Welcome to the College of Fellows, Kathy.
Woohoo!
I'm Sherry Cast, APR, Fellow PRSA. I was inducted into the 2016 College of Fellows, and tonight I'm extremely excited to introduce you to Pam Campbell. I've known Pam since the early 2000s. I've been fortunate to work with her as the APR co-chair for the Oklahoma City chapter for 4 years. During that time, 100% of the candidates who sat for the exam passed. What an amazing accomplishment, Pam. I also served as an adjunct professor with Pam at the University of Oklahoma. I know she goes above and beyond for her students, and there's no doubt that she's going to produce some awesome PR practitioners. Pam has a wonderful heart for the community and serves on a lot of nonprofit boards. She is one of our outstanding leaders in Oklahoma. Congratulations, Pam. I know your husband, your 2 girls, and your entire PR family in Oklahoma City are so proud of you for being inducted into the 2020 College of Fellows. What a well-deserved honor.
Hello, I'm Pam Gattell Campbell, APR, Fellow PRSA. I cannot say that without smiling. I'm honored and thrilled to be inducted into the College of Fellows this year. For years, it's been a goal of mine to be part of this esteemed group of public relations professionals who I have admired. Now, during the day, I'm the Public Affairs Director for the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City, Oklahoma City branch. The rest of the time, I'm a volunteer, adjunct professor, and a mom. I think I was born to volunteer. I love to contribute, build relationships, and give back. I've served many nonprofits over the years, but my biggest volunteer job was the president of the Junior League of Oklahoma City. I was humbled to lead 1,400 unstoppable women who impact the lives of many in Oklahoma City on a daily basis. I've also taught writing to OU public relations majors since 1999. I was working on my master's when I started, and I've never left because there is only one Oklahoma. Now, my most important job is being mom to Grace and Olivia, who are 6 and 4. They keep me entertained and challenged, and now I serve on the PTA board at their school. I believe leadership is inconvenient. It might be easier to sit back and let others do the work, but that's not me, and that's not what the College of Fellows is about. Thank you again for this incredible honor, and thank you to my husband Daniel for all of his support.
Hello, friends. I'm George Johnson, APR, Fellow PRSA. I met a really smart rising senior about 27 years ago. She was majoring in French and English and looking for an internship. A few months later, I think I could have predicted what's happening tonight, and I'm honored to introduce you to Kelly Jackson Davis, one of our newest fellows. I've had the privilege of mentoring, following, nurturing, sometimes nudging, and always supporting Kelly's journey. She's a leader with a passion for consensus building, mentoring, and improving the community. She was chapter president before she was 30, a district and section leader, and served with some of you on the PRSA National Board. She and I still partner sometimes. We helped pass an important school bond referendum and produced a finalist team in the PRSSA Bateman competition about 5 years ago. Congratulations, Kelly Jackson Davis, APR, Fellow PRSA. I am so proud of you.
Good evening, PRSA College of Fellows. As verbose as I usually am, I find myself somewhat speechless in trying to find the right words to express my deep gratitude for being selected to join this esteemed group. By selecting me for the College of Fellows, you're honoring many people who have taught, mentored, encouraged, inspired, and yes, sometimes gently redirected me along my life and career journey. Tonight, as the College of Fellows honors me, I would like to honor them. My parents, Cecil and Donna Jackson, who provided a firm foundation for service, character, and ethics. My husband Jeff and our daughter Brooke, who make it possible for me to succeed because of their love and support. My mentors, of which there are many, but in particular, my virtual escort for this evening, George Johnson, who has guided and counseled me for nearly 30 years. My clients, co-workers, and business partners who gave me opportunities to make a difference in many ways, big and small, and who made those experiences fun, meaningful, rewarding, and memorable. My PRSA colleagues at all levels of service and leadership, from the South Carolina chapter to the Southeast District to the PRSA National Board of Directors. My PRSSA peeps, 3 national committees, my fellow board liaisons and national advisors. Working with them was critical in my decision to move from public relations practice to full-time public relations education. My colleagues and students at the University of South Carolina who inspire me daily to focus on my purpose and my passion. To all of these, and to each one of the members of the PRSA College of Fellows, as you welcome me into your ranks, I say thank you. And I look forward to joining you as we always aspire higher and inspire others. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Donahue-Rennie, PhD, APR, Fellow PRSA, and it is my sincere honor to welcome our newest fellow to the College of Fellows, Renelle M. Dotson, APR, Fellow PRSA. Renelle is an accomplished public relations professional who attended college, began her career, and established a thriving public relations firm in Reno, Nevada. As a Jersey girl, I would have never met Renelle if not for the fact that we both began our tenure on the National PRSA Board of Directors at the same time. While on a map, Renelle and I might be 2,690 miles apart, from our very first conversation, we knew we were side by side. Renelle's laugh is infectious. She is ready for any adventure at any time. and she is consistently led by her big heart. As a friend, she is someone you wished lived next door, not thousands of miles away. And as a professional and as a client, Renelle is someone you wished was in the office directly next to yours. Renelle's dedication to our profession is profound. Her service is the roll up your sleeve kind of service. She's the board member, the volunteer, the guest speaker, the community member who does the work. You likely already know about Renelle's leadership. As the first member of her local chapter to take on a national position, she represented the Sierra Nevada chapter, the North Pacific District, and every PRSA member with grace and intelligence on the national board. She took on some of the toughest challenges PRSA has tackled. Renelle serves as a role model to her firm's team, the countless young people who have heard her guest speak, the Reno community to whose success she has committed her attention and heart, and to others like us, the leaders and doers in the profession who gain not only inspiration from Renelle, but solutions that make our profession better and our clients much more successful. Renelle M. Dotson, APR, Fellow PRSA, you are totally rad. Welcome to the College of Fellows.
Hello. Honestly, with a virtual video, I was looking at ways to make this a bit more fun. I was thinking about doing it from my paddleboard at our family cabin in the mountains or something. But unfortunately, it almost seems fitting that I do it from the exact place where I worked on my application earlier this year. To say I'm excited to be welcomed into the 2020 class is an understatement. What a year to be a part of, right? In fact, my career path has been filled with surprises, with the best being my involvement with PRSA. From serving on the local level to the national board, I've grown personally and professionally. But the greatest reward of all of that have been the friendships I've made along the way, coast to coast. This year I'll be celebrating 18 years of owning my own firm, and while that seems like an eternity ago, it really feels like just yesterday. I believe in being honest and being true to yourself. I thrive with challenges, and I believe in working hard and playing even harder. And now I'm thrilled to embrace this new journey that comes with the College of Fellows. I give credit to my faith and the tremendous support network that I have, including that of my husband, Denny. So to the 2020 class, while we celebrate virtually this year, I look forward to meeting each one of you in person in 2021. And until then, thank you for this incredible honor.
Good evening. I'm Pritch Pritchard, APR Fellow PRSA, and it's my distinct pleasure to welcome and introduce our newest fellow, Kim Marks Malone. As a former Navy Public Affairs officer, I know firsthand how important Kim's contributions during her naval career were to telling the Navy's story. She had a number of really big deal assignments, including serving as the principal communicator on the nuclear-powered aircraft carrier USS Nimitz, and managing international media attention following the mid-air collision of a Navy EP-3 with a Chinese Navy fighter. She also had one of the most important jobs in Navy public affairs, managing the careers of the more than 230 Navy public relations officers from accession to retirement. Now in her second career as an educator, she's growing the future leaders of our profession. Please join me in congratulating Kim Marks Malone, APR Fellow PRSA, as we'd say in the Navy, bravo Zulu, Kim.
Hi, I'm Kim Marks Malone. I'm honored to be inducted into the College of Fellows Class of 2020. I'm excited to be joining such an esteemed group of PR colleagues. I began my PR career more than 30 years ago in the United States Navy, where I worked as a public affairs officer, rising to the rank of commander before I retired in 2015. In the Navy, I was stationed in New Orleans, Rhode Island, Bahrain, at the Pentagon, in Seattle, and in San Diego. My last duty station was in Memphis, Tennessee, where I fell in love with the man who is now my husband, the community, and the city on the bluffs, and I made it my home. In retirement, I shifted my focus to freelance PR work. I enjoy helping small local businesses and restaurants tell their stories. I also teach future PR pros at the University of Memphis, where I advise our student run agency, MEMA 901. In my spare time, I enjoy practicing Taekwondo, I'm a second-degree black belt, spending time with my family, and exploring the sights, sounds, and food of Memphis.
Ma'am, I am tonight, walking in Memphis. I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam, walking in Memphis. But do I really feel the way I feel?
Hi, I'm Blake Lewis, APR, Fellow, PRSA, and founding principal of 3Box Strategic Communications in Dallas. I've known Marlene Neal for many, many years. My daughter is a graduate of Baylor University. We have clients in the Waco area. There's many reasons for me to take that trip from Dallas to Waco, and it's just not that far. And on a number of those occasions, I've been able to spend time with Marlene. We've talked a lot about the public relations profession. We've talked about PRSA. And probably most importantly, we've shared a lot of thoughts back and forth about ethics, a topic that's of immense importance to both of us. So it's with great pleasure and pride that I have the opportunity to introduce to you one of the newest members of the College of Fellows, Marlene S. Neal, PhD, APR, Fellow, PRSA.
It is an honor to be selected for the PRSA College of Fellows, as some of the most influential mentors throughout my career have been fellows. I could tell multiple stories about these mentors who provided encouragement, opened doors to new opportunities, and served as role models due to their commitment to ethics and excellence in all that they do. It is my goal to follow their example as a member of the College of Fellows to provide mentorship to the next generation of public relations professionals. As I went through the application process for the College of Fellows, and even when I received the phone call regarding my acceptance, I couldn't help but reflect in gratitude, recalling all of my mentors, friends, and colleagues who made this possible. My personal journey within PRSA began in 1998 when I joined the Central Texas chapter of PRSA. I then was invited to serve in the chapter leadership early on. That eventually led to service with the Southwest District of PRSA and the Universal Accreditation Board. Once I joined the Baylor University faculty, I was able to assume the role as the faculty advisor for the Baylor chapter of PRSSA. I later served 6 years on the PRSA Board of Ethics and Professional Standards and focused on conducting research on ethics and helping to coordinate Ethics Month. Now I am serving in leadership with the PRSA Educators Academy. I am grateful for the wonderful colleagues I have been able to collaborate with throughout the years, who I now consider to be lifelong friends. It is a joy to celebrate this achievement with them, and I will forever be grateful for their encouragement and support. I also want to express my appreciation to my colleagues at Baylor University for their ongoing support that has allowed me time and resources to conduct research in public relations. And finally, thank you to my husband Terry, who has provided support and encouragement throughout my career.
Hello from Baylor University. I am Dr. Mia Moody Ramirez, and I am the chair of the Baylor Department of Journalism, Public Relations, and New Media. And it is with great pleasure that I congratulate Dr. Marlene Neal on her latest accomplishment. Marlene, we are very proud of you. You are one of the most prolific writers in our department. You are a hard worker and what I would call an overachiever. We appreciate all you do for our students and for our department. Thank you, and once again, congratulations, Marlene. We love you.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Donahue-Rennie, PhD, APR Fellow, PRSA, and it is my sincere honor to welcome our newest member of the College of Fellows, Joanne Lesage Nelson, APR, PRSA. I met Joanne several years ago when we served on the PRSA National Board of Directors. While we served on the board together for only 1 year, Joanne quickly became my professional inspiration and friend for life. Among Joanne's superpowers are her quick wit, ability to quickly assess situation, and uncanny accuracy in reading the room. She consistently impresses with her ability to listen intently, respectively consider various points of view, and work diligently on the most pressing issues facing our profession. It's no surprise at all that Joanne rose quickly as a strategic communicator to vice president roles that took advantage of her keen strategic abilities and management prowess. In her current position as vice president at Pierce Communications, she's a model public relations expert, intelligent, data-driven, strategic, ethical, and flexible. And Joanne is so giving of her time. As an educator, I have always greatly appreciated Joanne's positive, active, and inclusive outreach to young professionals and her sincere and kind requests that we professionals meet with rising stars face-to-face at ICON and other venues. She reminds us all to rise by lifting others. Joanne was awarded the Capital Region Chapter's first Outstanding Public Relations Practitioner Award for achievement of exceptional success, the highest ethics, and service to the community and the profession. That was in 2008. Joanne has never stopped being outstanding as a practitioner, as a mentor, as a leader, and as a friend. Joanne Lesage Nelson, APR, Fellow PRSA, you are a gift to the profession and truly deserving of entrance to the College of Fellows. Welcome.
It's both an honor and a thrill to be joining the College of Fellows, and I want to start by saying thank you. I'm very fortunate in that every day I get to do what I love, working with outstanding colleagues and wonderful clients who inspire me to be my best. To be honored in this way for doing what I love is like putting a cherry on the top of a rewarding career. I'm so fortunate. I've been a member of PRSA for 25 years, and in that time I've met some of the smartest, kindest, most generous individuals, many of whom inspire me to be a better professional and a better person. I never expected to be inducted as a fellow until some friends encouraged me to pursue membership. I'm so grateful for their confidence in me and for this journey I took. And I'm thankful to the selection committee and the board of directors for this recognition. Congratulations to my fellow class of 2020 members. I'm very proud to be among you.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Joe Trahan, APR Fellow, PRSA, and I have the honor of introducing one of the newest members to the College of Fellows, Susan Pollard, MA, APR Fellow, PRSA. I've had the honor and privilege of knowing Susan for 10 years. She is an extremely active member in our Public Affairs and Government section and recruits members for us constantly. Most importantly, Susan has been a major contributor in the field of public relations at both the local, state, and county and national level over the 10 years I've known her. She's an outstanding public relations professional who exhibits all of the traits and skills that we as professionals must show every day. She's an outstanding communicator, problem solver, and an ethical public relations professional who will make a difference now and always. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Susan Pollard to the College of Fellows. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Susan Pollard, and I am so very excited to be a part of the College of Fellows. In 2000, I became the communications coordinator for the City of Chesapeake, Virginia, and the supervising producer for the city's television station. My director told me, Susan, you are going to join PRSA and you will get your APR. That directive proved to be transformative, as joining PRSA provided me access to the most knowledgeable communications professionals in the world. In 2003, I returned to Virginia State Government in the city of Richmond. Though my roles changed in Richmond over time, PRSA remained a constant source of inspiration, whether I was leading communications during a historic election or preparing for a visit from the Queen. And now, as the Director of Communications and Media in Chesterfield County, my highly talented team and I have worked hard to provide our residents and businesses with timely information about happenings in our community. It is also here that my 2-decade-long dream of being selected to join the PRSA College of Fellows has come true. I am tremendously honored to be included among such high-caliber inductees in the class of 2020, and I cannot wait to take this next step forward alongside PRSA. To everyone who has supported me throughout my career, Weitzman and I say thank you.
Mike and I met just over 10 years ago when Barbara and I moved back to Minneapolis from New York. And we gravitated to each other immediately because of his activities in education and his deep interest in ethics. And he serves as a chapter ethics officer here and doing different kinds of ethics projects with me over the last decade. Mike is known by everyone in this part of the country. He's the go-to guy for all kinds of issues and circumstances, and he founded and runs a very important program in the business school on communications here. And he's interesting because not only is he involved in ethics, but he's also involved in the future of our profession. He teaches this unique thing we call convergence. We don't get it done much, but we talk about it a lot. He teaches it. So he's got a foot in the future that I think is very interesting and will be very helpful to the College of Fellows when he's inducted in a few minutes. It's a great pleasure to welcome Mike Porter, APR, fellow PRSA. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Thanks very much, Jim, and I also want to thank my good fellow Kelly Wilmer-Spong, and especially Margaret Ann Hennon and Rose McKinney, without whose support and encouragement I would never have pursued becoming a fellow. I am humbled to be among you. What my mission has been for the last decade or more, it's been about building business acumen in graduate business school communication students. The other side of that is building respect and understanding of reputation management in MBAs through teaching a reputation management course, which is part of our MBA program. And as a part of that, I bring in senior communication people from the likes of General Mills, Target, Best Buy, Thomson Reuters, Medtronic, and all of the current fellows from Minnesota have been in my classroom, and they are part of why that has been successful. And I have an ongoing commitment to ethics, as Jim mentioned. It fits with what we do at the University of St. Thomas and the College of Business. In addition, this old cisgendered white male really wants to make some difference in the diversity, equity, and inclusion space, and that's what I'm trying to do now. That said, I also like to travel to interesting places, swim with sharks, catch and release freshwater dinosaurs in Wisconsin, and I once wrestled a full-grown Alaskan brown bear, but that's a long story. Now it's time for me to cut loose, get comfortable, and do what I do best.
Good evening. I'm Paula Padine, APR, fellow PRSA, and it is my honor to introduce you to a newest member in the College of Fellows, Chris Vodney. I had the opportunity to work with Chris when I was detailed as the lead communications specialist for the Launching the VA Mission Act campaign. This act is a national law that changed the way we provide community care access to our nation's veterans, ensuring they get the right care at the right time. When I had the opportunity to look out across the field and see what public affairs officers were doing the best, my eyes landed on Chris Vodney and his efforts. His video expertise, his public relations engagement, and his communications with stakeholders made all the difference. I am so honored to be here to join you tonight to welcome Chris Vodney to the College of Fellows.
This is truly an incredible honor. Applying to the College of Fellows gave me an opportunity to reflect on my career and validate the work that I've done over the past couple of decades. That was an enlightening experience because it reminded me how much I owe the many people who have influenced me and provided outstanding leadership and mentorship over the course of my career. Now, these people selflessly invested their time and talents to show me and others what service, integrity, and excellence look like. They made me want to be better at what I do. They helped shape me personally and professionally. It's only because of them that I'm able to accept this honor. As a member of the PRSA College of Fellows, I'll do my best to aspire higher and inspire others. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christine Drazen, and I am the House Minority Leader in Oregon State Legislature. It is my privilege today to introduce you to one of Oregon's newest fellows, Mary Louise Van Natta. I first met Mary Louise 25 years ago or so as an intern in her office at Van Natta Public Relations. She absolutely changed my life in that role, as I know she did for the more than 100 interns that followed me in the span of her 30-year career at Van Natta Public Relations. When I first met Mary Louise, she brought me in as an intern in my final term in college, and she helped me identify what it meant to be a real leader inside our state. And from that time, I transitioned to serving as staff in the state legislature with Mary Louise's help. I learned the value and the importance of engaging in your community in ways that I wouldn't have experienced personally otherwise. And so I am so pleased and so thrilled for Mary Louise today. Please help me in welcoming Mary Louise Van Natta, APR.
As I film this today in Oregon, we're not only weathering a pandemic, but watching our state practically burn to the ground. Our neighbors and friends homeless and heartbroken. There's never been a time where clear, concise communication is more important, and our jobs in public relations are essential. I want to thank everyone in PRSA for this incredible honor and to be able to join the College of Fellows. I was born with a congenital disability, and so my PR days started early. While I was in a full body cast, other children were running around and playing, and I had to use my words and sometimes my charm to be able to attract attention to myself. Later as an adult, I joined my father in our public relations firm, and now I am his memory as he struggles with Alzheimer's. He taught me very many important lessons, and I wanted to share a couple of those with you today. He taught me to always show up. He said, if you're not at the table, you probably are on the menu. And more importantly, in my lowest days, he reminded me that if your problems can be solved with hard work and money, they aren't problems. I've been blessed with the opportunity to work with many outstanding clients in my 35-year public relations career, especially the brave men and women in the police and fire. They have a way of putting my problems into perspective. That's led to one of our office sayings, remember it's PR, not ER. Our police and fire are ready when called upon, and they don't go at it alone. The same in our careers. We need to train, we need to be ready, we need to get our APR. And when we struggle, we can't go at it alone. One of our PRSA colleagues is there to help. I'm proud to be a part of PRSA, and I love my career. At the very best, we tell stories of joy and hope, and we give people a voice. We open a dialogue, and we work towards mutual understanding. We make a positive difference in the world. This honor has only made me want to try harder and be better. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Tim Penning, APR, fellow PRSA, member of the West Michigan chapter, and I'm happy to introduce Claire Wade, APR, and new fellow PRSA as a member of our august body in 2020. I've known Claire literally for decades. We've been in the West Michigan chapter together, both serving locally on its board. And Claire is a person who is great at relationships, which is good for a PR person. She, many times over the years, would reach out and invite me to coffee or lunch just to stay in touch. And I always appreciated that. Claire has worked as a sole practitioner. She's worked for a global corporation and currently works for one of our region's largest healthcare concerns. And everything she does with energy and professionalism and ethics and calmness and good humor and grace. And so I think she'll be an excellent addition to the College of Fellows. This is a pinnacle in her career, but as we all know, it doesn't end there, and she'll help us all, I think, ably to aspire higher as fellows.
Hello, I'm Claire Wade. I'm proud and honored to be part of the PRSA College of Fellows class of 2020. I'd like to thank the selection committee, all of those who wrote letters and spoke to the judges on my behalf, to Robin Schell, my good fellow, to the board of West Michigan PRSA, and to all my friends at Spectrum Health. I'm so grateful for your support. I'd like to share with you today a few words that I think will provide you with a brief introduction and give you a little bit of an idea of who I am. The first word is joy. Particularly in a year like this, it's important to find the things that bring us joy. This celebration is definitely one of those things. The second word is understanding. It took a lot of courage for me to decide that I could be a candidate for the College of Fellows. And much like deciding I was going to run a marathon after the age of 50, you certainly learn a lot about yourself during the process. I learned that my resume is more than a series of bullet points, but it's a collection of experiences that crescendo and build upon each other. The next word is adventure. I believe that every day is an adventure, and every day is an opportunity to explore and to grow. Through my adventures, I have met so many people that I have learned from entrepreneurs and scientists and healthcare professionals, to city planners and community volunteers and board members. The next word is community. I am better for your friendship in this community of support. You've inspired me to do my best work, to share what I've learned, and to become a leader and a mentor. The final word is excitement. I am so excited to be part of the College of Fellows in PRSA. I'm thrilled for this recognition and for the adventures that are yet to come. I can't wait to meet all of you. Thank you.
Michelle Egan, APR, fellow PRSA. It's my privilege to introduce my friend and 2020 fellow Kevin Waitke. Kevin and I got to know each other on the PRSA board where we served together. Kevin was a really strong advocate for sections and for his district. He's a kind, thoughtful, and inclusive leader, and he's made a huge difference for people in his community and across the country. Kevin has a quick wit, and he's a lot of fun. And I know that the kind of impact that he's had on so many people will benefit the College of Fellows as we go forward. Welcome, Kevin.
Hello, PRSA College of Fellows. It's a pleasure and an honor to be part of this evening. My name is Kevin Waitke, and I am proud to be a member of the College of Fellows class of 2020. To quote Teddy Roosevelt, I believe firmly that we all should do what you can with what you have where you are. That's part of the reason I've been firmly planted in Iowa for my professional career. I grew up on a family farm, and while today I lead communications for a financial services provider, I spent the past few years in agriculture and food production. This is when I moved from chapter work to representing the Midwest District on the national board. I can honestly say it fundamentally changed my life. For the first time, I lifted my head up from chapter board work to lead my district, to support our sections, and to serve the national board. It was both challenging and humbling at times, but always inspiring. Honestly, it's why I'm before you today. I graduated Drake University with a BA in journalism and a master's in corporate communications. I love Central Iowa and Drake, and I continue to be present on campus, leading classes on issues and crisis management, and serving on the J-School's National Advisory Council. While I began in TV news, I've used my writing and media relations skills in PR since 1992. I've worked in healthcare and energy production, in manufacturing and mortgage banking, food production, and financial services. When I retire and I finish my work, I hope to leave behind a legacy of responsible, ethical communications. I've built my career around servant leadership, being a mentor to others, and an inspiration to my family. I mentioned I'm the son of a farmer. Like my parents, who referred to their work as a calling, I feel the same about public relations. Thank you for this honor, and I promise I've only just begun to give back to an industry that's given me so much.
APR fellow PRSA. We met when Brooke was a new Minnesota PRSA member and I was the ethics officer. Today, Brooke is Minnesota's ethics officer, one of the many things we have in common. Her father, Dwayne Benson, was her mentor and her inspiration, both in her career and in her personal life. He was an ethical leader in politics, business, and professional athletics. Clearly, Brooke has inherited his integrity. Brooke is generous and kind to all, but especially to her two daughters, who chose this location today in honor of their grandfather. Brooke exemplifies the code of conduct of the College of Fellows and will be a wonderful asset to our group. I am privileged to welcome Brooke Warden into the College of Fellows.
I'm Brooke Warden, and I am so thrilled and honored to be joining the PRSA College of Fellows as part of the class of 2020. As you can see, I am based here in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. I am a proud member of Minnesota PRSA, and I served as chapter president in 2011. I'm so honored to be joining the strong tradition that we have in Minnesota with the College of Fellows, and it's such an honor to be following in the footsteps of the many distinguished Minnesotans who have already been inducted into the college. I started my career right here in downtown Minneapolis. I was part of Weber Shandwick's global financial services practice for more than 20 years, and I worked on some of the biggest brands in the industry like John Hancock Insurance and Prudential Retirement. And I also did some federal government work that I'm very proud of, campaigns like IRS e-file and the 2020 census. And earlier this year, I joined the Rubin Group, which is a global agency, boutique agency headquartered in New York, but my home will always be right here in Minnesota. And when we can all travel again, I'll be traveling wherever the business takes me, which could be anywhere in the world. And I'm just so honored and so thrilled to be joining the college. I'm excited, so excited to get to know all of you and get to work, because the College of Fellows basically includes everyone that I admire from a professional standpoint. To show you how excited I am to be joining the college, I'm going to do this.
Hello, everyone. This is Jim Lukaszewski offering a special congratulations to dear friends of mine, new fellows, Dr. Michael Porter, Brooke Warden, and Susan Pollard. Fantastic.
One of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite mentors is this: If you have a dream and pass it along to others, they will frequently dream it bigger than you ever could have. Mentors encourage us to dream. They inspire us to learn. They guide us on our career paths. They encourage us to serve and give back. All of those are hallmarks of the College of Fellows, and we consider mentoring to be our calling card. 2 years ago, the College of Fellows established the SAGE Award to honor a member of the college for their significant impact on the profession through mentoring. Recipients of the SAGE Award represent the best of the College of Fellows. Only PRSA Fellows are eligible to receive the SAGE Award, but the nomination process is open to students and professionals at all stages of their careers who have benefited from mentoring by a member of the College of Fellows. This year's honoree joins our 2 previous distinguished recipients, Robin Schell in 2018 and Judy Durango-Wicks in 2019. Our 2020 honoree exemplifies the commitment of the College of Fellows to aspire higher through mentoring, leadership, and service. By inspiring others, she has left a lasting impact on our profession.
Thank you, Barbara, and greetings to all from Syracuse, New York. It is a great honor to be a part of tonight's program. Let me begin by sending warm congratulations to each of the new members of the Fellows, Class of 2020. I raise my glass to you and hope you will use this most recent recognition as a way to aspire even higher. In 1995, it was such a fortuitous time for me and our department when Dr. Elizabeth Toth joined the Public Relations faculty at Syracuse University's Newhouse School. I was a relatively new educator with no formal preparation for academia, and during her 9 years with us, she became my colleague, my collaborator, my confessor, my mentor, and my dear friend. Tonight, I am so pleased that she is the recipient of the Fellows SAGE Award. One of my favorite quotes is, "I touch the future, I teach," from the inspirational educator and civilian astronaut, Krista McAuliffe. Dr. Toth has been touching the future for nearly 40 years, shaping the lives of students at the undergraduate, master's, doctoral, and executive education levels. As I prepared the nomination materials, I could have easily generated 50 strong letters of support from former students, her faculty colleagues at Southern Illinois, SMU, Syracuse, and Maryland, her research and textbook collaborators, and her fellow administrators, all who have benefited from Dr. Toth's timeless devotion to advancing the public relations profession by advancing the public relations professional. The SAGE Award recognizes excellence in mentoring, and for Elizabeth, mentoring takes on many forms. As an advisor for PRSSA, in guiding first-time student researchers to becoming nationally recognized scholars in their own right, and in preparing new faculty members to understand the true meaning of joining the academy. It comes in bringing forth issues of gender, race, and diversity to a national platform through her research and through chairing PRSA's Commission on Work, Life, and Gender. It comes in sharing her years of experience in curriculum design and standards across the globe in universities as far-flung as China, Abu Dhabi, Hong Kong, and the UAE. Since joining PRSA in 1981, PRSA has been the beneficiary of her commitment to service, ranging from chapter leadership positions, Silver Anvil judging, chairmanship of the Educators Academy, service on the PRSA Foundation Board, and co-chairmanship of the National Commission on Public Relations Education. But beyond those impressive resume listings, Elizabeth's true achievements in mentoring come alive in the words of her letter writers. For example, this: Her guidance and mentorship have changed many people's lives and helped to make all of us better communicators and more ethical professionals. If you want a true testimony of her mentorship and influence, just look around the profession and see where those students are today. Leading CCOs, heads of international agencies, and educators at universities. And this quote, "She is an inspiration to everyone who has the opportunity to work with her. Her kindness and generosity of spirit, her celebration of others' successes, her unflappable positive attitude, her unwavering support for students and colleagues in the academy and for practitioners all make her not only an extraordinary educator and professional, but an extraordinary mentor." Please join me in saluting the 2020 SAGE Award recipient, Dr. Elizabeth Toth.
Good evening, everybody. I would like to thank my good friend Maria Russell, who nominated me, those who wrote letters, the selection committee, and the College of Fellows for this very special honor. It's been my honor to have had the opportunity to mentor some amazing students, and I'm so proud of what they've contributed to the field of public relations. The College of Fellows SAGE Award is the perfect representation of what the College of Fellows is all about, to inspire through mentoring the advancement of the profession of public relations. This award is a tribute to all of you for your leadership and service for the public relations field. There are so many colleagues and friends who have helped me. I couldn't mention all of them, but I hope they know how appreciative I am. I would like to mention one person, Betsy Ann Plank, who was willing to come 300 miles all the way from Chicago to Southern Illinois, Carbondale, to speak at a regional PRSSA conference when an unknown junior assistant professor called her out of nowhere. Betsy modeled mentoring for me in numerous ways. And I recall when Betsy pulled an all-nighter after a long day of meetings at a Chicago O'Hare Airport hotel, when several of us put together the Commission on Public Relations Education's 1999 report. While my colleagues and I got some sleep, Betsy drove home to downtown Chicago in the wee hours of the morning to type up our ideas. And then she returned at 8 a.m. so that we could make our deadline to produce the Commission on Public Relations Education's report, A Port of Entry. We saw a role model that we try very hard to match. Because Betsy believed so much in our public relations students, the practitioners of the future, Betsy inspired me to be the best that I could be as a teacher of public relations. If you're thinking of members of the College of Fellows to pay it forward with those in our professional lives who have asked you a time or two for some important guidance. Again, I'd like to express my deepest appreciation for this award. Thank you very much.
intrepid members of our class of 2020 focused on their College of Fellows applications during this unprecedented year. The college was embracing a new set of 3 R's: rewind, reset, and reimagine. College of Fellows volunteer leaders have done just that. They have worked tirelessly for months, giving up their time and talent and letting their imaginations soar. We thank them for inspiring us by creating a celebration that we will always remember. I am a member of the College of Fellows class of 2015. On the night of my induction, I could never have dreamed that moment would lead to this remarkable year and the opportunity to serve as chair. To members of our class of 2020, while induction into the College of Fellows is considered the pinnacle of a career, it is not the end. It is simply another step on your leadership path. We hope that you will now step forward and join us in service to your peers in the College of Fellows, your colleagues across PRSA, and our profession. It will enhance your career, and you will make treasured friends for life. Fellow Jim Lukashevsky once wrote that being a fellow is about professional integrity, honesty, and having a truly meaningful personal and professional life. He added, it's their professional footprint that makes a fellow a fellow. Thank you for joining us to celebrate the footprints and the journeys that these 15 outstanding professionals have taken to reach this special moment. Congratulations to the College of Fellows class of 2020.